Good morning from Chicago, the risk management capital of the world. I'm Alan Nuckman here at the CME Group with the Morning Market Stir for Monday, October 17th. Stocks slipped on Friday, giving back big gains, settling essentially unchanged, but on a loss for the week. Looking at the S&P, down 1% on a weekly basis. The NASDAQ was off 1% as well. The Dow was the best in breed, down 0.5% on a tough week. It had gotten back to positive on a weekly basis on Friday, but then filled in that opening gap down below and settled unchanged. Looking at their markets, the dollar index closed it right at that 98 level, so the highest it's been in many, many months, pushing the euro currency down to 110.10 on a closing basis, losing about 150 points on the week. Crude oil closed above $50, so that's big psychologically. The finish on Friday was $50.35, down 10 cents, but a 50-cent gain on the week, closing above that key $50 pivot. Gold went nowhere fast, once again down $2, but did gain $4 on the week after losing $60 the week before. And lastly, Treasuries, the 30-year bond yield closed above 2.5% for the first time since the end of June. So we saw bond prices go low down to the 163 level, boosting that yield. So after the mixed action last week and the stock market's down, where do things stand here on Monday morning? Well, right now we're off just a bit. We've got the E-mini S&P down 3 points, the NASDAQ down 8, and the Dow futures up 10. Looking at some of these other markets, we saw a dip in the dollar index now below the 98 level, down 10. Maybe it's getting tired. The euro currency went below the 110 level during the session, but we're above now at 110.30 looking at that market. Looking at the crude oil right now, if I look at my screen, is at 50.15, down 50 cents. 51.60 was last Monday's high, so that's the highest level we've been in many, many months. Keep an eye on that. We've seen a series of lower highs in the past couple weeks. Gold going nowhere, up $1, 12.56. Really stuck sideways between the 12.70 level and those recent lows of 12.43 for the last week and a day or so. Looking at the market drivers, this week we've got 100 of the S&P 500 companies reporting earnings. We were headlined this morning with Bank of America came out with a profit for the quarter of $4.5 billion. So that stock's above 16, continuing to have a nice little boost here, up nearly 20% in the last couple of months. So let's focus on earnings. Today after the close, we have Netflix and IBM to keep an eye on. So to wrap up this current action, as the cash stock market gets started here this morning, we've got the E-mini S&P down 3 points, the NASDAQ down 7. Let's remember, all-time forever highs were made last Monday in the NASDAQ and then closed lower on a week. So that's a weekly key reversal to keep an eye on. Right now, Dow futures pretty unchanged, back to the zero line. Alan Nuckman here at the CME Group, where it all comes back to commodities.